So what I got when you were talking about that is, even though the last company that you were at for 14 years didn't work out and you took the risk, it was still the right decision.
It absolutely was the right decision.
Because that's what caused this to happen.
It was an absolutely right decision.
So it could seem like an L, you're taking an L, you're losing.
Yeah.
But it was still you took the right risk.
Yeah. And at the time I didn't know I was taking the right risk. So sometimes you just got to walk and let the chips lie where they may, you know, and risk also comes from knowledge. Do you know what you're doing? If you know what you're doing, the risk is minimized. If you don't know what you're doing, the risk is great. So I would say, look, if you're going to take risk in areas that you're very familiar with, because the risk is still risk, but it's less risk than jumping into something or doing something that you have no clue what's going on. You're just looking for trouble, right? And being an entrepreneur, you know, doesn't mean you start a business from nothing with no knowledge of that business. That's a joke. That's not an entrepreneur. You know, I'm sure there are cases out there that has happened. I'm not saying it, but being an entrepreneur is a scary thing, very scary thing. You have to have a lot of courage. You've got to have a lot of grit. You have to have a lot of no quit. And if you can minimize the risk, it minimizes all those things as far as fear is concerned, because fear is a crippling thing when you're becoming an entrepreneur. When you have your money dwindling, and you don't know where you're going to get more money, that's scary. You don't know how you're going to pay your bills. That's scary. But so minimize that risk by getting involved in something that you're really good at.
Yeah, you might not know how to do everything. You didn't know how, I mean, you were on there doing Google ads and
I didn't know
getting these CRM systems set up and the website and stuff that before that was like plugged in already.
Yeah. But I had to learn it.
But you had to learn it?
I had to learn it.
But you knew what you were good at.
Yeah.
And that's what you did.
Yeah.
Is there any areas that you do not take risk in?
Areas that I don't take risks. I won't jump out of an airplane.
Okay.
Not now, right, Darren? Darren did it. But I won't jump out of an airplane today. I might jump out of an airplane when I'm 85. Because what's the risk? You know, I'm going to be dead in 5 years, 10 years. I'm dead.
My grandma did when she was 80 on her 89th birthday.
You see? What's the risk?
What's the risk? She's like, I'm ready to go anyway.
Right? Splat. I was ready to go anyway, right?
Yeah.
I'll jump out of an airplane when they say, Ed, you got to wear diapers, right? That's not going to, I will not put diapers on. So I'm jumping out of the plane.
She ended up living 10 more years too.
Oh my God.
It wasn't. It seems like the end of her life, but it was not.
Oh
even
my
close.
God. Right.
So
you know, I won't do those type of things.
Right.
I won't do that. I do drive radicals, right? So little tiny race cars, right? But you're all geared up and everything like that. And you know, the risk is if you don't know how to drive, you're going to crash. So learn how to drive.
Yeah.
Right? Learn how to drive really good and you won't crash. You'll have a fun time.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when it comes to risk, it's just, I don't know. I know I'm just kind of saying the same things over and over again, but it's just such a broad subject matter. There's risk in everything that you do. You just take the calculated one so you minimize the damage.